On behalf of me and the fellas for Crew Golf, we would like to thank our sponsors listed below for helping us make this dream come a reality. Hello. This is not Russia. This is Crew Golf. Yeah, I know it's been a minute, guys, and that is our apologies. Middle of the year vacations, we're gonna call it, and I'm sticking to that. I need to adjust this, by the way. There we go.
America.
See me, America, not
it
Russia.
Was America Day. So
yeah,
we have some other things
holidays, and then I need to adjust my light. There we go. We had holidays, and then I was out of town for vacation. I went back home to actually golf in this golf outing for a friend of mine who tragically passed away. So we were both just incapable. That's just what it really comes down to, and that's going to happen in life.
The thing is with how these things work.
Light's ticking me off. There we go.
The things of how this thing works, I don't know, is that sometimes you're going to be able to do it, and sometimes you're not.
Yeah,
we're both at different parts of our life in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
we've had some things going on, you know. So at the end of the day,
but we haven't forgot about you.
We haven't, and we're not.
We would never forget about you.
We're not. We haven't, and we're not gonna. It ain't gonna happen, son.
Ain't never gonna happen.
Ain't never gonna happen.
But yeah, no. So I mean, at least we got some golf. I think you said you got some golf in. I definitely got some golf in. I got some bad and some good golf in, but I got some golf in, and obviously we didn't get a chance to, what would you call it, for purposes record it, but that's whatever. I was enjoying the moment, so. I
will be saying this. I do love crew golf, but I will be also going solo as well. I'm not like solo, but like just drop a ball and you just. I'm leaving crew golf.
If you just would have like left too, like I'm done, I'd have been like, what the? How am I going to talk for 30 minutes by myself?
No. I will also be doing solo. Yeah. I'll also be doing solo YouTube myself. I went and got a new phone. Got some microphones in, and. I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands because I'm my own boss now. So yeah. I will...
you a boss ass?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You an independent black woman who don't need no man.
Exactly. So, no, I went out and got some stuff as well.
Nice.
And I'm going to be honest with you guys, we may have some better recording because I may go out and get a camera. I thought about that as well because I am taking on that media, that media side of things. A camera might be
nice. Yeah, I got you.
I'm marketing, individuals. A nice camera might be in the books to record and get nice microphones
right off on tax. Nice.
Yeah,
tax right off. But anyway, so that's the reasoning for the gap. But we're back now. I do want to say there's other numbers that I wish to discuss. The gap that's missing from us is explainable. What do you think? I'm jump right into the hard hitting question now. What do you think is the sole reason? I believe I know it, and I think that you know it as well. That as of lately, the viewership for the PGA has been down. Like television and just like what would you call it? Like people going to tournaments as well. What do you think? What's up?
Just gonna knock the door down. It's boring.
I mean, I'm right there with you. But why do you think the numbers are down? Because I mean, everyone was tuning into golf back in the day. Didn't matter if you were a diehard.
And we've said it before. It's 100% because Live Golf lets you have a blast of a time.
Thank you. I agree.
Live Golf lets you do literally whatever the hell you want on parameters, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But they literally have a party hole. I think every hole's a party, but they have a legit party hole where you're allowed to talk in their back screen. You're allowed to do this. You're allowed to do
there's allowed to be golfer The term for someone in the stands is escaping my mind right now. But like, there's allowed to be golfer and fan interaction.
Yes.
Like you see it, and we've all saw it. Like when Happy Gilmore's like, "Hey, can I make some noise around here? Come on, it's a little quiet." Like, you see that in live golf, and it's like, oh shoot, like that's cool. I'll tune into that next week or next tournament, whatever.
And the thing with that is I think with all the stuff that's happening in 2025 with PGA and Live coming together, PGA realized we messed up. We need to have this fun. They're having a lot of fun. Let's just merge together, get everybody back together, because we need all these people together.
I think too. When it comes down to it, I think because there is not big name golfers winning it every week, to where, again, I know Scotty is winning. I get that. But like, sometimes you have like these, not say no names, because like if you're a golfer, you know them, but like, and I'm not comparing, it'd be like comparing everybody to Jordan. I know you can't do that. But like when Tiger was winning, people were tuning in to watch Tiger win, even if they didn't give a rat's ass about golf. They were tuning in to see this dude win. Now, Scheffler on a hot streak, and then he gets arrested. Like, people were tuning in for that. But then ultimately, then you realize, like, I'm not for me, they're watching golf, and golf, like you said, golf is boring. When you have golf that is fun taking place at the same time.
And this is, we're taking the majors out of this because everybody's watching the majors. Because everybody's playing in them. So that doesn't, you can't think about that.
Yeah.
Everybody's playing the majors.
Legends from past who still want to compete, and the new guys that are eligible. Yes, you have everybody competing. I'm just saying.
We're talking like the Travelers that just happened a couple weeks ago. Not many people were watching that.
No, and
I watch it.
Yeah,
we watch it.
I tuned in as much as I could. Yes,
but that's because we love golf that much that we want to watch it.
Yeah.
The problem is, for the casual golfer who like wants to just turn on something, they're not going to turn on when they see, and no offense to them, they see an amateur in second place. Like, that's not fun.
Like, this isn't fun because you don't know who that kid is.
Mind you, he's been kind of tearing it up. The kid who did take second, he's been tearing it up.
Yeah.
And
sorry, I thought you were just talking about a random amateur. My bad.
But at the end of the day, they're not looking for the amateur. They're looking for a McIlroy versus Scheffler.
They're looking
versus
for
Scheffler versus.
They're looking for the Tyson. Like, they're looking for the Ali Frazier battle. Like, they're looking for the two big names out there to go after.
Also, I'm gonna say this too. I also think the courses are way too easy. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't want to watch. Like, it's cool to watch it for a day or two, but I'm done watching. I hate watching golf whenever dudes are 28 under par. Like, that's not fun.
That's not fun.
That's not fun
I will
for me.
admit that.
I want to watch a guy.
What was the tournament that we watched, but what was the one where like it was like the scores were it was like -3. We were actually thinking that even was going to be the cut line. That was
U.S. Open. It was the U.S. Open.
Yeah. Thank you. It was the Open. That's right.
Yeah, it was the Open.
The Open.
It was +3, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you. The Open. How would you phrase it? Not the standard, but the Open. Like, expectations needs to be on every round.
And I want to say this too. The PGA Championship was really low scoring as well.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's really low scoring with all of the people that we want to watch play.
Yes.
You know, like they're just the best. Like, I'm not saying the guy who won this past weekend. Congratulations to him. Awesome, his first ever PGA Tour win.
Yeah.
Very emotional for him. That's incredible.
And that is something you love to see. Someone getting their first win and the emotions and everything coming out. You love to see that.
But 28 under is
no.
But the PGA Championship was also high. It was like 22 under 21. That's for a championship like that. I would expect the slope to be like I don't know, they were talking about the grade for like the Masters was like 48 or something.
Yeah.
I'm expecting it to be like that for all major championships.
Yes.
Absolutely. I want the best golf to happen.
Yes.
I want the best golf to happen.
You want the memorable shots. Like, I hate to say it, even though he put himself there, you want the Tiger Nike logo chip ins to go in. Those are the ones that you want. You don't want guys that are, man, he's been getting everything within 5 feet all day because the greens are, flat and everything. Like, that's not fun. It's not fun.
It's gonna sound really crappy of me because I think that, but like, you would expect them to do that on a flat.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what you expect when you have greens that are like wavelength shaped, and you make these guys have to learn the greens round one, round two. Like, that's the stuff that makes it interesting.
Like, I love the fact that when you go to watch one of these big tournaments, like, you see a par 3 and you see the hole, it's tucked in behind a bunker behind it, and you see them that they just, not per se lay up, but instead of going after the pin, they go right to the middle of the green, and it's a 40-foot putt.
Yeah,
they know, like, they have to go. Like, you either go, like, you're either in the the portion of, like,
or you get, and then with that setup, like you just explained, you get those moments in the rounds where it's like, well, Rory's, just for example, Rory's 3 back and he's got 5 left. He has to go at this. He doesn't have time to be going for the middle of the green and playing it safe. Those are the moments where you're like, all right, let's see if this dude goes after it. And he does. And it's like, oh shoot, what's the end result? That's the stuff you love to see.
I love to see, like, I'm the golfer who's going to go after it. I'm always going to be the golfer who goes after it. And you as you guys watch our videos, you'll know that I don't lay up. I don't do any of that.
Layups are for a different sport that I no longer play either.
Yes, I'm going to go for broke. I'm going to either do it or I'm not.
Go for glory.
The only way you're going to get better at the sport that you're playing is to put yourself in situations that you're uncomfortable with
and test your limits.
Yes. And my limits are always tested.
Test it. Yeah. So is my frustration. But yeah, no, exactly. Like, I think that is, and again, I understand that it's tough. It's tough for that because, like, what we're essentially asking is we're asking that all the golf courses that are, I'm going to say, not for us. The golf courses are easy when you see guys putting up minus 28s and everything else. We're essentially asking to get more viewership. You're asking these golf courses to go dig up their greens and make them more aggressively challenging, which obviously they're not going to be able to do. So I understand that, but like, I think to counter the fact that some of these courses are a little bit easier and less challenging, what can you do to make golf more entertaining? And I think that's where Live is like, well, we just let our fans and golfers have fun. Like, that's the fun thing to do.
Let our people party.
Yeah.
We got golfers beer bonging off the first hole.
Yeah. And then you have the golfers allowed to be like more, I'm going to say, free, I guess. Like, they don't have to wear pants. Like, they're allowed to wear shorts when they're playing in Arizona, like, and it's 110 degrees. Like, you allow them to play in shorts. Like, you allow them to have, like, again, I'm not going to dive into the Live setup, but like, they have team names that reflect the captains. Like, that's the stuff that people are engaged about, because like then
the Crushers.
Exactly. Because then you essentially are growing fans of those golfers. And again, like in Live, those teams guys, people may buy, oh, you mean to tell me I could buy a Crushers golf hat? Well, that's my team. I got to buy one of those. Like, you have those sales as well. Like, and then again, if the tournaments are, what I'm going to say, are engaging enough, you get people tuning in all over the country watching it. So, like, I don't know. I'm glad that I'm genuinely glad that the PGA and Live decided to merge in 2025, and I'm really hoping that, like, right now, Live they just, I hate to say it, but I hope Live's viewership and everything else just destroys PGA's for this year, so that PGA realizes, like, you know what? We've been wrong in our ways. We haven't been evolving with the times. That's on us. So,
and the other thing too, is I just want to see everybody playing again together or against each other. And I also don't want any more. He's not on the PGA Tour, so he can't be on the Olympic team anymore.
Stupid.
And he's arguably the best golfer right now. Arguably, there's
over
the last couple months between him, Sky Scheffler, Xander Schauffele, and you could throw anybody else on that team at this point.
I'll tell you this: what I do. Okay, so we'll use this as a segue. Then, what I do love about segue to not the Olympic team, but the Ryder Cup team. I love that Keegan Bradley came out publicly and was like, I don't care where anybody plays. The U.S. team is going to have the 12 best golfers on it. I don't care if they're live or he basically said it without saying the because
he's probably going to get in trouble if he says
PGA Tour or live, but it's like, you're the captain. You're allowed to choose who you want on your squad, and thus doesn't matter where they're from.
Yeah, and that's the thing is there's been some very good golfers on the Live Tour.
Yeah,
that's not just including Bryson. We're talking in general. There's been great golf being played on the Live Tour.
Yeah.
I still don't understand. I'm being honest. The whole scoring aspect of it. I'm assuming that you're a team, and depending on how your team runs, is how
it is weird. Yeah,
it's how the win happens because John Rahm's team won this last time. Because they had two people in the top 5, or
I love that Rahm's not been struggling, not because or whatever, but he's been having a hard time adjusting with the the drones that have been flying over. Because a lot of times when he goes to swing, the drones go and they take off in the middle of his backswing, and he can't adjust to it. And all you hear is
drones.
Yeah, all you hear is him just cussing and dropping F-bombs, and it's like. And I hate to say it, but it's like, I hate what this is this is Happy Gilmore coming to life because
what this is he has to get with the times. This is how people are going to watch. I think the drone thing is awesome.
No, so do I. What I'm saying is how, remember when Happy Gilmore, you heard him cussing at, "Stalk my white," you heard all that, and the guy was like, "Look at this,
go to your home ball, suck my white."
The PGA guy was like, I can't have this on, you just heard him curse. You heard the bleeps in the background. That's what you're hearing that in Live, but you ain't hearing the beeps. And it's like, people would love to see that. So it's
I think every golfer should be mic'd up. That's just me.
That would be, I'm sure if there were some that were mic'd up, it would cause some controversy, But
I think you should pay for it. You should have you should find a Golf Channel pay-per-view.
If you did something
you pay for something, you pay $20 a month.
If you did something like the Red Zone, and I was able to tune into golfers that I wanted to hear, and I could do picture in picture, and I could choose 3 golfers, they'd be on my screen. I could listen to them talking to their caddies and stuff. Dude, I dropped the $98 to do that, so I could watch.
Absolutely, I would drop $100 if I can listen to these guys talk about why their shot they're taking, what shot they're taking for what, and then when they mess up, son of a.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm sure there would have to be some what's it called? I'm sure there'd have to be some editing out because they're gonna. You have to think there's gonna be some things that golfers wouldn't want out there because they're like, hey, check out that broad in the front row. They're not going to talk about stuff like that. Oh, they probably do, but who knows?
I hope they do. Actually, they're humans.
Yeah, but I feel like there's going to be.
Do you see the rack on page?
Yeah. I feel like there's going to be. I feel like there's going to have to be tactical, like stuff that what they're talking about is actually golf related that they'd edit out, how. In the NFL, they cover mouths so you can't say what plays are. I feel like there's going to be golf stuff that would not be because, I guarantee, because when you see in the NFL, George Kittle was mic'd up this game, they edited out a lot of stuff that he probably said.
So what my thought would be is that you have certain individuals listening all the time, right? You have you have the sound people listening.
Yeah, of course.
When it's their turn to shoot, when it's they're about to tee off, whatever. You just go straight to them, and when they're going to take their tee shot, right? You hear them talking to the caddy. You just turn it on for the 25 seconds or 30 seconds, and then you turn it off. After I should say 45 because after they shoot the ball, they're like, ugh.
And then
that came out a little thin or whatever.
You said, the people listening could obviously be listening, and then they could show oh, this is what, just for example, this is what Rom said on his way up to his approach shot while he was walking up there, and they could do this is what happened 30 seconds ago if the dialogue is not fucking vulgar. So
yeah,
but and I just feel like I'd pay for that if it was quality golf. Yeah, why not? I could watch Brooks, I could watch Bryson, and then give me I don't know, Dustin Johnson or something. I definitely watch that. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm all for that. But back to what you're saying about Keegan, it was a little different seeing him be the Ryder Cup captain. But I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not saying this is like buddy ball or anything like that of why he got to be picked or whatever. Tiger obviously was the one they wanted.
Yeah.
So after that, why not go for... because at this point in time, you have somebody who's been around the golf scene for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think I want Scotty Scheffler to be the captain. Not really. Because at the same time, you may
just want Scotty to focus on golf.
That's what I'm saying. You
don't want
somebody. You'll pick somebody who's a little bit older, who's been in the game for 15 plus years now.
Yeah,
and he knows exactly who to pick.
I want to see something. Go ahead.
But he knows exactly who he wants to pick because he knows how the matchups are going to work.
Yeah, and all right. So I'm looking this up, right? So I'm looking up.
Yeah.
So his Keegan's record in the Ryder Cup is 4-3. He's never won the Ryder Cup. He's never been on the team that won it. But he has the experience in the layout and the setup and how it works and the mentalities and everything.
That's the thing. He's going to pick because it's still 4 days, right? It's like a round robin.
Yeah, it's still a 4-day setup. Yeah, where they basically play 4 days in a row.
And then you play the last day is you got to win. The last 2 days, I should say, you gotta be winning because everybody still plays, but it's who wins their matchup, and I think that's what he was trying to say. Obviously, I think we know who the European side is going to pick.
Mm-hmm.
They've had the same individuals for the last I don't know how many years.
Yeah,
they may change up a little bit. I'm assuming Loa Gayberg is probably going to be picked this year, and stuff like that. But we probably have people to counter. He's probably going to pick people to counter those.
So I have this set up when you're ready. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So the Ryder Cup format is each of the first 2 days includes one 4-match session of 4-ball and one 4-match session of 4-sums. The final day is reserved for the 12 single matches. So yeah, essentially you have those you need to set up teams. You need to figure out, Europe's going to have these two play together because they always play together. They've been playing together, blah, blah, blah. So we need someone that's going to be able to stick with them. Okay, fine. Here you go. And then you have they're going to need to figure out the ways that works. And I think Keegan, he's what? I believe Keegan's ranked 19th in the world. Excuse me. So he'll know the golfers that are ranked high enough, whether they're European or not. He'll know that. You got to think about it. There's 12 single matches. So that means there's 24 golfers. Keegan's 19th. So you got to figure he's going to know the guys that are the best ranked golfers, European or American in the world. He sees them play every week. So he's going to be able to, judge who plays who better. I think, and obviously again, Tiger turned it down. And he's done it in the past. I think Tiger is just not that he's fed up with it, but he's just I'm over it. It's not something I need to do anymore, and let someone else do it. And it's not it's he's anti, the Ryder Cup or anything. It's just again, it's like John Rahm deciding to go to live so he can spend time with his family. Maybe Tiger's like, I just don't want to do it so I can spend time with.
Well, he said he's got like, if I'm not mistaken, he said something about like something with the PGA he's doing.
I don't know. I didn't see anything about that.
I did. Yeah, I saw something like he wants to focus on some of the stuff he's got going on the PGA or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just misread it. But
then let's find out right now. Okay. I should probably put Tiger Woods' reasoning. I put Tiger's reasoning, and it started giving me like zoo stuff. Let's see. So let's see. With my new responsibility to the PGA Tour and time commitments involved, I felt I would not be able to commit the time to Team USA and the players required as a captain. That does not mean I wouldn't want to captain a team in the future. So that's basically why he turned it down. So basically, he's realizing that he wouldn't be able to give his all to that team and doesn't want to let them down. Exactly. And that's something that, you need from your captain. You don't want a captain that's only there 50% when their mind's worried about something else, And
I want to know what his role is. What is he making a comeback? Like a full comeback? Is he playing all the tournaments next year?
TSA and the Black Horse offer a few weeks ago as reason. Okay. So Keegan told him he can be as involved as he wants to be. We all look up to Tiger. His opinion means a lot to us. Being in rooms with Tiger, the public doesn't realize how important this is to him. It's everything. He lives and breathes the Ryder Cup. It shows you how much he cares by turning this position down because he feels he cannot put in it what he needed to do with his responsibilities. The PGA Tour welcomed Woods to its policy board last August. Since then, the 15-time major winner. Hello, there's an ad. The 15-time major winner has helped the tour secure $1.5 billion investment from Strategic Sports Group, SSG, a consortium of American sports owners. Okay, blah 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 blah. So basically, he's just on the committee for the PGA. Making sure the PGA isn't going to run itself into the ground. So, because again, he's been around the game since 1994. I think I can't remember. Yeah, right there with So he's worried about the future of PGA as opposed to the Ryder Cup team, which rightfully so. Given that, like we said earlier during this recording, that Live and PGA are merging next year. He's probably trying to make sure everything flows smoothly. So
yeah, which I think he'll do a great job.
Easily should be able to. Yeah. Okay. So, and then on top of that, obviously he's balancing. Not balancing like he's directly involved, but he's got his putt courses, his bars with Justin Timberlake. Opening up just starting Sunday Red, like
his golf courses are opening.
Yeah, and then he's also helping Mike Trout open a golf course. Like the dude is so busy, like it makes sense.
Also, probably most of his time is going to the fact that he's probably trying to help his son be
exactly
the best golfer that he could be.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, do you think Tiger Woods just vetted? He's like, I'm going to figure out which one of these golf coaches I'm going to help have my son. No, like absolutely not. So, yeah, that makes sense. So,
not
I get it. Tired of boring and plain golf clothes and don't want to spend $500 on a new polo and hat? Say no more. Head on over to royalandawesome.com for affordable, flashy, fun, but most important, quality polos. Polos like this and like this that not only show personality on the course, but also show a bit of swagger. As the old adage goes, you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good. So why not feel royal and awesome? Use promo code Wessly10, that's WESSLY 10 for 10% off your order at royalandawesome.com. Yeah, no, I think going back to all that, I think Keegan should be able to get the job done.
I don't think there's no thought from me that he can't get it done or won't get it done.
What it really will come down to, in my opinion,
because we actually need to get it done. Like,
yeah,
we haven't in a while, and it needs to happen.
I was so mad watching the Ryder Cup this year. The way some of those guys played, I was just like, oh.
Yeah, it's. I don't know.
I was walking around on strike at 3 a.m. watching like this, watching the thing, and just upset as all hell. Ugh.
When is the actual Ryder Cup?
The actual dates, if you will. Ryder Cup. Oh, go back. Okay. It takes place in September. Let's see. Golf's grandest stage. September 22nd to the 28th, 2025. At the Bethpage Black Course, Farmingdale, New York.
Okay.
Yeah, so September.
Okay.
So that's not bad.
I'm in for that. I'll be able to focus on watching that too.
Yep.
That's good. I'm thoroughly excited for it.
The only thing that stinks, I'm telling you right now, is like the times to watch the Ryder Cup. Like, if the only way you're watching it live is if you're up at 4 a.m. That's what stinks. Well, no, actually, you stand corrected. No. That's because it was in Europe this year.
You about to say,
no, this year it'd be in New York. You can watch it normal time. Yeah, brain fart. Yeah. I take that back. Idiot.
I'm about to say, I'm going to assume it's going to be played at normal times this year.
Normal times, yeah. My bad. New York. I thought the team. This is my and this may be my misunderstanding. I thought the team that won it was always then the team that hosted it the following year.
What if they get to pick the course?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how all that goes.
Which I know the course that they picked is not easy.
No, not at all.
Because
it's one of the courses. It's one of the courses that was played in the New York thing of it in the past. So I just didn't know if I thought if you won it, like it's like I know the cup stays with you, but I thought the course is played on your home turf, if you will. But maybe I was wrong. I don't know
for sure. Yeah. Other news, I am playing an outing this weekend.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And you were the last one, so
yep.
I did not get an invite.
I am playing at the good old Golf Club of Wentzville.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Shout out, by the way.
Yeah, shout out. Got a couple buddies who asked me to play. And I said, well, we were going to play somewhere else. They were full. And then our buddy Casey reached out to somebody else. Yes?
You in the front? No, I thought so. So you're playing in an outing.
Yes.
But you were originally just going to go out and hack it up just to hack it?
No, so we were going to play a different outing.
Oh,
they were full in that outing.
Gotcha. So, which outing was it?
So it was in Florissant, Missouri, the one that we were going to go play first. Then we had already got the team they had already got the team together.
Gotcha.
To play it. And he was like, well, this one's full. Do you guys want to play something else? And he found 4 different tournaments, and he said something about well, most of us have already played the Golf Club of Wentzville, and I was like, why don't we play this one? We might have a chance to a sea flight or something.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, the people who play at these tournaments are very good.
Yeah.
At the Golf Club of Wentzville, they're gonna be very good. I go, but maybe we can get
you can win one of the lower flights, yeah.
Which is not an issue. I don't mind winning a lower flight.
No.
At all. The thing with it is we got a bunch of guys who are pretty good at getting the ball in the fairway and approaching very well.
Essentially, is what you need.
The putting may be an issue, but we'll find that out.
Well, if your approach shots are good enough, then maybe the putting won't be an issue.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, they're going to hit first, and I'm just going to go after it, which I'm pretty good at going after it.
You're at that stage. You're at that stage in your golf career. We're gonna call it that. It's like, oh, you need someone just hack it. That's me. I'll hack it, yeah. and I will give you quality effort on trying to attempt putts. But you never know. I might pull a shot out here and there.
The thing with me is right now is I'm starting to get what I've worked on recently is just that 20 to 50 yard shot that I was having struggles with.
Yeah.
So I've been working on that, and it's been little bit different. When I played last Wednesday.
Ooh. Go ahead. I'm good. Oh, with Ryan?
Played last Wednesday with Ryan. Rip.
Rip. You said Friday or Saturday you play?
Saturday we play.
Oh, okay. And you should be good, man.
Yeah, I looked at some weather.
Little bit of rain, but I mean that's from 5 a.m. until noon. So the highest it gets is 40%. So
I'm okay with what I'm okay with whatever.
Oh yeah.
Shotgun started at 7:30, so whatever.
Oh yeah, you'll be good.
The thing with it is like playing hole 1. I'll say this: I was hitting the ball well, like I was striking the ball well off the tee. I just wasn't able to find a fairway. But the ball was being so and so smashed.
So were you just okay? So let me ask: you were playing Woods Fort,
yeah.
So like hole 1 is entirely uphill and it's like a slight dogleg right.
Yeah.
Like so, basically, were you blowing past the fairway and landing in? Okay, so that's not. I mean, you're hitting. So you're basically what you're saying is you were hitting it straight. You just weren't hitting it straight to a fairway.
My first 9 holes.
Okay.
Or like some of the better golf I've played besides 1 hole.
Okay.
It was like par, almost holed out from 50. Like it hit the cup from 50. Tap in birdie. And then it was like par. Is that hole 4? Hole 5, 9.
Okay, I gotta think. Hole 5 at Woods Fort.
Hole 5 is, I think. Yeah, hole 5, because it was like hole 1 is that uphill.
Yeah.
Dogleg right. Hole 2 is like that shorter par 4, because I was, like I said, 50 yards out.
Yeah.
It goes kind of uphill as well. And then the third hole is a par 3 that sits behind the hills.
Yeah, way in the back.
The 4th hole is the hardest green in the world. That
goes like hard right?
Kind of. It goes. It has like a flag in the middle.
Yeah. Well, isn't there like a tree dead off?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's okay. So I know 4. Okay. 5. I'm trying to remember hole 5. I know after you park, it's right there next to the green. I think it's a long par 5.
4. 5 is the par 5. 4 or par 5. 4 is the par 5. Is the one you're thinking of.
Okay. So 5 is a par 4.
Yes. You go. So it's dead straight though. It goes right into the houses. It's dead straight. There's a sand trap right in front of the green.
And it's been so long since I played.
So again, I'm like par birdie, par, and I parred on the hardest
9.
I parred on like the hardest green you can go to.
That green 4, is so. I hate hole 4's green. I know which one you're talking about.
It's horrible. It's horrible. And mind you, this is going to sound really awesome for me at least. All of my approach shots, I was hitting exactly where I wanted to hit them.
Okay.
So like when I almost holed out on 2, I wanted to hit it right off the fringe because the green was a little slow because it was wet.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew if I hit it right off the edge of the fringe, it was going to roll up.
It was going to skid and roll. Yep.
Yeah. And I did exactly that. Hole 4, same thing. I was like, for my second shot, I teed off. I smashed it onto hole 2. The fairway for hole 2. And what I had to shot shape my 3-wood.
Okay.
To get it back around. Again, like we said earlier, I'm not a layup guy. I could have easily turned around and 8-ironed on back onto the fairway and been okay with it.
Ooh.
No, I did not. I went around the trees with my 3-wood and landed directly in the middle of the fairway, which was awesome. But see, I put my third shot exactly where I wanted, because what people don't, the listeners here, how the green goes is there's like 4. How the green goes, they're on the right side of the green as you're looking at it coming up. The right side of the green for about 3 yards of it is directly flat. And then the rest of the green is like this.
It's terrible.
Directly like that. So
it.
I literally hit this thing and it landed where I wanted it to land, and it trickled all the way down to like 6 feet. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm putting for a birdie here.
Yeah, that should be on a normal green. That should be a par.
It was not a birdie. Just letting you guys know this.
Oh, for sure, it's not. But you're also thinking like this should be at the very worst par.
Yes,
like that's what you have to think on that hole. On that hole.
So and I get the par. I go to 5. I hit my tee shot, and it was a decent tee shot. It was just right.
Okay.
But a decent tee shot right. I get there. They hadn't been able to cut the grass yet.
Oh.
So it's a little thicker.
Yeah,
and I got my 7 out, and I hit it, and it went. Again, I don't really get to play in like really long grass. I've never really played in like really long grass, but besides the time we played on YouTube, and it was really long and it stunk.
Yeah.
And I hit it maybe 70 yards because I just couldn't get under it. And the next swing, I pull out 52 because I'm a little closer.
Yeah.
And I tow it all the way. I tow it to the right about 15 yards off the green. I'm like, okay, I can save it here still.
Chipping a putt.
Chipping a putt. I got a bogey, and I'm okay. No, I top it.
I didn't chip and putt it
because I still have yet to figure out whenever the ball's sitting up on a 60 degree, I'm still getting either under it or topping it completely.
It's the best thing I've learned with the 60, and you have to learn at least with your swing plane, and you have to learn with your contact. The best thing that I've learned is where you put your ball when you're teeing off with your driver. Okay. You put it up, well, it'd be this way, the way it's screened. This way. Do the exact opposite with your 60-degree wedge, because you got to think, minus your putter, your driver and your 60 are literally the exact end opposites of your bag, minus the putter. So it's like, why wouldn't it just be the other side of your stance? True. And then literally all I do when I do it, and again, when we played Montgomery and everything else, like, and I almost had that chip in again, it's just a putting stroke. It's just finding the right speed. Like, again, like you're putting, it's just finding the right putting stroke. And you just want to make sure you're taking like that much of grass on the heel of your club. That's it. Just let your club just run over the grass and get that ball, because then it'll for sure get under it, because you won't top it, because you're not getting under it, because there's no way, unless you peek your head, that's when you peek, your club doesn't like it lands earlier than it should. If it was like a plane trying to land, your club lands sooner than it should, and you get on top of the ball, which is when you, and then, or in your head, you're thinking, oh, if I can peek and I just keep my club down, that's when you hit it thin, or you hit it and you blade it. So it's just making sure you keep your head down. Just take a little putting stroke. The ball will get up, but because you're in the back of your stance, it's going to run. You're not putting like English on it. So that's what I've learned.
And that was my mistake. I topped it and it went directly through the green onto the fairway. And then I'm like,
you know how many times I did that, dude?
And then
when I first started using my 60.
Okay, I was like, okay, now I just need to get under the ball. I get under the ball into the sand trap. But not into the sand trap. I got under the ball, but the sand was so, like, it was thick inside the sand, but on the sides of it, it was loose. So it stuck and it was deep into the sand.
So I feel like, so was it actually real sand then?
Yeah.
So like, because like sometimes like when I play, and I know people are like, when you're playing in a bunker and it's not playable, that's when I pull it out. But like I've played in bunkers. When it's in a bunker, you have to play it.
Yeah.
But when it's like this isn't sand. This is
mud.
Like mud. Yeah, that way. Or this is concrete. It's so dry. It's like, I'm not hitting out of this. I'm not gonna risk denting a club. No, I move it. So, but when the grounds crew takes care of a bunker, I'll play out of it. It's always hit or miss, because they never, like you said, they didn't mow the lawn on hole 5.
Yeah,
but the bunkers were nice. It's like,
I will say this side note: that was the first bunker I've ever been in.
Oh, so yeah, there's an experience.
Unless I've done it on purpose. When I played the par 3, the one day that shot even at the par 3.
Yeah.
That day, there was like a slower group in front of me of like juniors.
Mm-hmm.
So I threw myself into a bunker on a hole
just to kill time,
just to kill some to see to get a feel for what you would have to do in there. So I took like 10 or 15 shots in there, and I was like, these are not fun to hit out of.
No, they're not. And still to this day, my dad is a freaking wizard coming out of the bunker. There's been times where I've played with my dad, and it's like, oh, we have a long shot from the rough in, but we have the green to work with. And then it's like, we also have the green to work with, and my dad's coming out of a bunker. We've just said, screw it. Let my dad go out of the bunker, and then we'll try to do better. We've played a bunker shot when my dad's come out of the bunker. It's insane. I don't know how he's that good.
You guys didn't hit the ball. You're like, you know what? How about you go hit?
You hit, and then we'll try, and if it gets better, great. But we're not going to get better. It is. My dad is phenomenal out of a bunker.
Who's also phenomenal out of a bunker? 55 yards out, Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah, obviously, but he's got 3D printed clubs, so yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's got probably has 3D printed wedges.
I don't think so.
Is it just irons?
I think it's just irons. Yeah.
Oh, which technically, I guess, wedge iron. But, so what did you say you shot then Wednesday?
I shot 88.
Well, that's not bad. You broke 90.
Yeah, I broke 90.
Oh, I don't think you told me what you shot. So.
I personally think that's not a very easy course.
No, with Fort, absolutely not.
I think it's. I will say this. It kind of stinks a little bit because this is how I know I'm getting better with my driver and like I'm getting more distance with my driver on better swings.
Mm-hmm.
Is because hole 12,
Okay. Yes, I needed a minute. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hole 12.
Yeah.
I cleared the green.
Oh.
Instead of obviously everybody. So when people don't, for people listening, hole 12 at Woods Fort is you lay up or you go for it. You have no other option because there's a lake right in front.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought.
You have to go for it or you don't.
It's by the road. Yep.
Again, I don't lay up. I hit my tee shot.
Did you land on the hill in the back, or were you like?
No, I was over the cart path. Like I hit it so far, it was over the cart path, and I go.
You got lucky you didn't hit like a car.
Yeah. I go. Oh, well, I got all that one. You got all that one. And
I wish I knew what the yardage was offhand for that,
but it was like 271.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say I feel like that's a 3-wood for you if you're asking me. I know hindsight's 20/20, but I definitely feel like for you a 3-wood would have gotten you.
But like when I first started a couple months ago, I was only driving like 250 ish, 240, 250. So I hit it and I still got a 4. I got or a 5. I bogeyed it.
Okay.
Like I brought it back. But that's when I noticed, like, my driver, I could see, I'm now noticing, like, the distance on my driver getting better and better.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, it was, like I said, I had the weirdest round of golf. I was not hitting fairways.
Okay.
I was not hitting fairways. But I was, fairway in regulation, none in the first 9.
Okay.
But greens in regulation, 6.
Okay.
In the first 9. So, like, I'm hitting the green. I was always on the green for birdie.
So you're making a lot of distance. It's just you're not landing on fairways.
Yes. And then the back 9 was 6 fairways.
Okay.
No greens in regulation.
No greens in regulation. I was going to say I had a feeling this was going to just flip over. So I mean, like I said, from what I was told, and this is not by my dad, a friend of mine who's a very, very good golfer. When you're playing, it doesn't always necessarily. Again, if you're trying to play tour level golf, yeah, sure, but it doesn't always need to be gurs you want, but furs. As long as you have the distance and you have the club strength, like you and I do, because we're younger, obviously, you can make that distance up. So you don't necessarily need to always be in the fairway to rely on a shot. Now, again, if we're talking about like grass that's this high, obviously that's a problem. But
we're talking. Oh, I mean, again, I've said this. I think twice now in this podcast. Watching Bryson on YouTube and Bryson actually like on the tour
playing,
he says it in his YouTube channel. He's like, I literally do not care where my ball lands. He goes, I'm trying to hit this ball 360 yards every time, because then I have my comfortable. He's like, I'm comfortable with my wedge shot coming in. He goes, that's what I want.
If as long, the thing I look at it is making sure your ball is not lost and you find it. But as long as you can find your ball, and then as long as you know you're not putting yourself somewhere where you don't have a club that gets you to where you need to be, like, what is the problem? Like, there shouldn't be a problem. You should have a club in your bag, unless your green is that way and you hit it that way. Like, of course you're not going to, but like, you should have a club in your bag that gets you within reasonable distance. So yeah, I get Bryson's logic.
Which is really funny because the video he has with Chris Pratt is the funniest. He's playing with Chris Pratt and he hits the ball off
Chris
the
Pratt's
tee.
my guy. I love Chris Pratt.
He hits the ball off the tee at like 371 or something into a bunker. And Chris Pratt's like, how do you get it this far? Like, he goes, and then Chris Pratt was like, it'd be super funny if you hold out right here out of this bunker. Holes out of the bunker for an eagle. And our reaction for that would be, we would go. Bryson's laughing and kicking the sand off his feet. Like, oh, I've done this a million times.
Yeah, it's not,
and Chris Pratt's looking at him like,
no big deal. No big deal. Just get all the sand off you. No big deal.
Yeah.
It's in my teeth.
For me, I'm throwing my club into the bag. But like, I'm actually throwing it to the bag, and then I'm running around like a headless chicken.
I hope we get your first eagle on camera, because I've had a couple. And some of I'll tell you this. My first eagle, the eagle putt was this far.
Oh,
I've never.
But it felt like 10 feet.
Oh, it was so long, because it's like, because at that point it's like, you should make it, and if you miss it, it's like, how pissed are you that you have to settle for a birdie? Like, it sucks. It was the worst. I made it, thank God, because it could have been more than a foot long, and it's like, but I'm up there like, my hands were like this because I've never eagled before, and I made it. And I was just like, let's go.
I will say this: Ryan got his first birdie ever on hole 12. He got his first birdie ever on hole 12.
Good for him.
And he laid up. Yeah, so he laid up and then gap wedged in and had like an 8-foot putt or something.
Good job.
And let me tell you something. It's like he made a hole in one though. he putted this thing in.
R.I.P. Ryan.
I'm laughing so hard, but it's so funny because, like, I get it.
Oh yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
So, and he broke 100. So,
hey, there you go. Good for him.
Right at 100, but he broke 100, and there was no putter throws.
That's good. That's good. I think that's going to be it for us, though. We don't want to linger on. Plus, I believe you have a meeting to go to today. So
I do have a meeting to go to.
Let you get out of here and head to that.
Yep.
But we'll see you guys next week. I hope you guys go check out our video from us playing a week and a half or a few weeks ago. Just got put out on YouTube yesterday. Again, Crew Golf. Check us out. Finger guns to go out. I like it. All righty. See you, everybody.
Later.